And the last grammar point, which is very common that I want all of you to know, is the three articles a and the. The three articles a and the, and their usage. Let's follow the lesson. First is a and n. A and n go with singular countable nouns. The special feature of a and n is that either the speaker, the listener, or the reader, the writer will not know which object or thing this noun indicates. When they describe these nouns have not been identified before. Therefore, it's called the indefinite article. For example, do you live in a house? Person A says a house, because this house has not been identified yet. A front house, a townhouse, or a house on what street? Person A does not mention. Person A just wants to ask if person B lives in a house or not. A house is very general, so they use the article a. Do you live in a house? Person B answers, no, actually, I live in an apartment. And in the answer, person B only talks very generally about an apartment, but does not specify which house, where it is, and how it is. So when we use a, un, we are focusing on a noun that has not been defined before. So when to use a, when to use un. A and un have the same meaning, but their usages are different. Article a goes with nouns beginning with consonants. For example, a car, a house, a big truck, a wheel, a gray day. So the 26-letter alphabet has both consonants and vowels. The nouns beginning with consonants will go with a, and the nouns beginning with vowels will go with un. Examples of nouns beginning with vowels are an apple, an old shoe, an orchestra, an umbrella. And next we'll go on with the. The is quite interesting. It goes with both uncountable and countable nouns. And for countable nouns, the can be with both singular and plural nouns. In short, no matter what kind of noun, the can also be with. And the special feature of the is that it goes with a noun, indicating a predetermined thing. So the is called the definite article. With the definite article, the noun becomes very specific. So let's look at the following examples. Where did we park the car? Obviously, in this sentence, both the listener and the speaker understand very well which car they are talking about, right? Where did we park the car? Both the speaker and the listener seem to have just arrived at the parking lot and asked each other where they had parked their car. So the car here indicates an identified car. The second example, we had to paint the apartment before we sold it. Both the speaker and the listener know very well which apartment it is, so we use the apartment. Everyone, please note that with the word the, when the following noun begins with a consonant, we pronounce it like the. But when the following noun begins with a vowel, we pronounce it like the. Let's do the following example. When do we use a, an, and the? This morning I bought newspaper and magazine. There are many kinds of newspapers and magazines, right? And this morning I walked out to the newsstand and just bought them. So these are indefinite nouns. We have the sentence like this: I bought a newspaper and a magazine. And after that, when I mentioned these were the magazine and newspaper that I just bought, the nouns immediately became definite. So when repeating these nouns later, we will use the. The newspaper is in my bag, but I don't know where I put the magazine. So in the next sentence, we use the for newspaper and magazine. In the second example, I saw accident this morning. So this is a very ordinary sentence, and they're telling the story. And there's been no identified accident. They said they just saw an accident. So we use un for this situation. Why do you use un instead of a? Because the noun accident begins with a vowel. That's right. Car crashed into trees. Well, when people describe that a car hit a tree, the listener actually doesn't know what the car looks like and what the tree looks like. So we will use the indefinite article. A car crashed into a tree. And in the next examples, we use the again. It is very important because the accident was mentioned before. and they already talked about the accident. And of course, the guy who drives the car was in that car. So when we mention the driver, we have to use the because he's already been identified. The driver of the car wasn't hurt, but the car was badly damaged. So now you know how to use a, an, and the, right? And that's the last part of today's lesson. You have covered these grammar points: adjectives ending with ed, adjectives ending with ing, adjectives of attitude, the sentence structure, it was not until, that plus subject plus verb, and we have the articles a, an, and the. I hope you will understand and apply these grammar points in exercises. Thank you, and see you again in the next lessons of the Super Memory for Schools program. Thank you, and see you again.